Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from SweetStamper.com, and this is take 2 for Thursday night stamping. I started to go live in my personal page. I haven't done that in a long time, but yeah, I start hearing from people on my live that I'm not used to having on my live, and that's always interesting. And my first indication that I am in the wrong place. So I have a bit of a showcase for you tonight, and then I'm going to do a quick stamping project with you. This is a time of year that I really enjoy, and that is when we have the retiring list. And so we get to say goodbye to some old favorites, or I should say retiring favorites. They're really not old. Some of them are just a year old. Some of them are just a few months old, and some of them have been around for several years. But regardless, many items are retiring, and that is to make room for the new annual catalog, which goes live on May the 1st. So, hello there, Kim. I am so happy you're here with me. I have been creating up a storm, getting ready for all kinds of events. I've got live events. I've got online events. Yeah, I like to do it all. I do like to do it all. I am an events gal. I like to stamp with people and make a way for people to stamp with me. So thank you very much for sharing my video. I appreciate that. You can probably see where I'm going with my showcase tonight. So I'm going to give it just a few minutes. I do have a new host code here. And so that is my fresh April host code. I do have my in-person BOGO sale going tomorrow, along with some sneak peeks. So I've got people here in San Antonio that are going to come by the house here and make a couple of projects with some of our new in colors and our new stamp sets, and enjoy some BOGO shopping. And yeah, and I will be doing my online BOGO sale. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to put that in. I think I'm probably going to do it in May. Might be able to squeeze it in before the end of April, where people could tag into some of the big sale items as well as my BOGO. So I will say, once I have it all kind of out and labeled, might be a good idea just to go ahead and do it in person and online all at once. Well, let's see. Without further ado, I was running a little bit late, and then I went on my personal page by accident. But let's go ahead and get in here. So one of the really fun suites in the annual catalog, which is retiring, all the elements of this suite are retiring, is this Lay Shop Suite Collection. Now, when the new catalog came out this last year, I fell in love with this whole suite. It's just adorable. And I do love it. I ran an entire summer virtual retreat with this suite, and that's what I'm going to showcase for you. One of the reasons I decided to showcase this tonight is I watch like a hawk anything that starts to sell out or gets on low inventory. So this bundle is actually on low inventory. And I wanted to kind of highlight that in case you've been on the fence about whether or not you were going to get it. It's a lot of fun to play with, and that's what I wanted to show you tonight. I will say, even if you don't feel like the bundle just doesn't really grab you, doesn't seem like something you would enjoy using, I will say the paper, I think, is kind of the star of the show in this suite. Look at the number of colors that are in the paper. I mean, it is unbelievable. So color galore that runs from, the regals to the brights to the neutrals to the subtles. It has a little of everything in here. And super versatile patterns, these background patterns. Now this one's a little funky, and I'll show you what I did with it. The food pattern with the ice cream, and I think it has like bagels, all kinds of sushi on it, all kinds of interesting things. So, but the buildings, the shops are super fun to play with. And even this one that has kind of paints and books. Yeah, lots of cute things. The little bookshops are adorable. So I do think that the paper is still $12.50. I don't believe there is a I don't believe that there is a sale coming on this. Some of the papers are like 10% off, not a lot. Most of the big sale items have to do with like, not necessarily the bundles. Usually it's like the dies. So that is the Les Shop Suite. Now Suite Collection. So let me show you what I did with it. And hey, Corinne, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. So I ran a virtual retreat in July of last year. Still trying to decide whether I'm going to do it this year. So I do run in-person retreats here in San Antonio a couple of times a year. And one of the reasons I did a virtual this past summer is because we are a major tourist attraction, and the hotel rooms were just out of sight as far as cost. And I just didn't feel like it was fair to my people who come to my events, that it was just going to price them out of the market. So I decided to do an online one, virtual. And one of my friends, Jen Bach, by the Shore Stamping, she does these, she's in Cape Cod, and she does these and has a lot of fun with them. So I talked to Jen, and she kind of helped me figure out what I was going to do. So I'm just kind of getting through here all the projects. So a virtual retreat. It ran Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we had presentations all weekend, and we had make and takes. We did creative challenges, all the kind of things that you would do in a regular in-person retreat, but we did them online. So I'm going to show you the make and take packets or the projects that people did with this suite, because I think it's a really good showcase for the suite. So, and I have two of everything because I have my original and I have the one that I demonstrated. So these are, the bags that you can get from the Dollar Tree or any of the dollar stores. You can get them from Michael's, Hobby Lobby. And I just created super cute, very much customized gift bags. And I strategically did this one as a bookshop, and I did good luck because I thought this would be a fun way to present a graduation gift, and to tuck a book in here and maybe a Starbucks gift card or something. So this was my fun way, and this is just the paper. So this is the designer paper. Now here I've stamped and die cut, and this is what's fun. You can build your shops. You can build your, the European style shops where you have, people living above and sometimes several layers of shops. So I did one with a white bag and one with a craft bag. Now I included in their kit, they got rhinestones and they got this variegated ribbon. Now the variegated ribbon, this blue and white variegated ribbon, is also retiring. So, okay, now let me see where we're going to go from here. Let me go here next. So we did a couple of these little 3x3 cards. These are always just fun little gift enclosures, and I had the two bags, so I did a happy birthday and I did a good luck. I will say these little 3x3 envelopes are on the retiring list. I'm wanting to say these may have already sold out. If not, they're super close. So, c'est la vie. Okay, so we did do, I gave them the supply to do two of the, no, it is three, sorry, I can't, no, never mind. Never mind me. It is three. Three of the craft note cards. Now, this is another item that is retiring. Now, our our basic white note cards are here to stay. But these craft ones are really kind of fun. And in the craft note card package, you get a box as well. So there's a box in there that will hold a lot of the note cards. So this I know was my original. Let me move this back. So this was my original, and then this was my demonstration. I do love, I was showcasing the dies to help you see that the dies will stand alone as well as work with the stamp set. They did also get some of these little, I think these are the silver and clear sequins. These are not adhesive backed, and they are also retiring. So there's one note card. And my whole idea with this is you've got an empty park bench. Wish you were here. It's a great card to send to somebody that you're missing. Grandkids, kids, hubbies who are away, you know, anybody that you're wanting to send something to that you miss them. I thought that was a good one. This again was showcasing how to use the dies. This, I think my original was the landscape, and then I did the portrait for my demonstration project. Oh, where everybody is, we got a small group tonight, which is just fine. So this little awning, I just thought it was kind of a cute little die cut that you could use. Hey Jackie, I'm glad you're here. In other ways. And again, there's that blue variegated ribbon. So there's card number 2. 1, 2. Where's my third card? Maybe that is the third. I kept thinking there was a third card. Okay. Maybe that is all there is. Okay. So then we did a fun fold, and this is my original, and then this is my, hey Margaret, I'm glad you're here. This is my demonstration card. So this little die right here is actually a really this is a die, so you know, it gets it cut exactly straight. So my original I did with watercolor pencils, and then on my demonstration card I used blends. And this is just a cute little fun fold. So there was the fun fold card, the 2 note cards. I could have sworn there was a third. Okay, 2 note cards, 1 fun fold card. Here is the shaker card. And this is where those sequins really came into play. Hey, Gail, I'm glad you're here. So for those of you who've come in a little bit after I started, I'm sharing the projects from a virtual retreat that I did last summer. And then we did, so this was a little gift card holder. So when you open this up, you have a place to put a little gift card. And this is where I use some of those fun little foodie things, the ice cream treats and the little macarons and different pastries. So this would be a really good way to put a little gift card for, you know, an ice cream shop or anything like that. So then I did this here. Now there was a second one and I can't seem to figure out where it was because, like I said, I had my originals and then I had my demonstration. So this is actually made with those little 3x3 cards. This is a really fun little treat holder. So you can put a Ghirardelli in here, and you can see how I've tucked the flap there and put a little bit of the designer paper. But it also will hold 1 or 2 tea bags. I will say this, you are such a sweet treat. I have used the heck out of that little greeting. So just a quick recap before I continue on. So this is the bundle, and this is Let's Go Shopping. It is on the retiring list, and it is on low inventory. So if you're on the fence, this is the time to make your decision. And then I guess this was the last, this was the last project that we did. And what was nice was everything would fit down inside your bag. So it was a good way to keep up with everything, you know, during the event. And like I said, I had double of everything because I had what I was showing them. I demonstrated every single project. And of course, they got PDF tutorials as well. And then they had a goodie bag, which they did get the whole pack of this paper. And that enabled them to do some of these larger projects like this here. This little project is super, super fun. And this is actually a cash wallet, although you could use it in other ways as well. And I really like this. So let's see if I can get this open without getting myself too frustrated. So I hope you guys are digging in and really, really looking through that retiring list. What's retiring, what's staying, what's going to be on sale next week. So this opens up like so, and you have all these little pockets. Now, what I did actually for my youngest grandson at Christmas, and I think, I did 3 pockets on this. You can actually make even more pockets, was I put $20 bills in all of these for his little gift because I was like, they had just moved back from overseas. I was like, he's almost a year old. They know what he needs and I don't. And so this was what I did for that little guy in a slightly, it was in a Christmas way. But these little cash wallets are really fun. Of course, you could put other things inside it. You could put Ghirardelli chocolates and other things. But you know, nothing talks like cash. It's just a really fun gift to give. And this is a super fun way to give it so that, you know, you could easily give this, again, as a graduation gift, as a birthday gift, all kinds of different things. So what I thought I would do tonight, if I can find my stuff, is I told you that I felt like the paper is really the star of the show with this little suite. I really, really love the paper. It felt like when I started cutting up this paper, it felt like I was playing with paper dolls, and I loved playing paper dolls. So sorry, I had to wet my whistle. Cutting up these little buildings, making fresh scenes and stuff with them was just a lot of fun. So I thought I would do a little bit of the paper today, although I'm not going to be cutting it up for you. I actually kind of went through my package and found a fairly good sized piece. Now I'm using Calypso Coral. And you remember I showed you one of the fun things about using this paper is how many colors are in it. So even if you don't have every single color cardstock, I bet you will find something in your stash that you can use for virtually all of these patterns. Okay, so I am, as much as I adore this side of the paper, I'm going to use this side because I'm going to pair this with the Let's Chat. So this is also retiring. This is, we've only had it a few months. This is in our spring catalog, and it's just super fun, cute, simple, quick cards that are just appropriate for anybody of any age. Okay, even my grandkids who've never used a phone like that know what that phone is. Well, because I have an old phone that they get to play with. So they like to play house with the old phone. Now, okay, I got them right side up. So this is just a micro layer. So what I've done is I've cut my card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've cut my designer series paper at 5 3/8 by 4 3/8 by anyway, it's an 1/8 of an inch less on either side, and I had to do it on my cutter. So now I am going to take an image right here in the center with that cute little telephone. You know, this would actually be a really fun way to send a phone gift card. You know how you can add minutes to somebody's phone? This would be a fun way to send that. Okay, so I am going to take Daffodil Delight, which is also in that paper, and ink up the bottom part of this phone. I can tell you, I spent a lot of time on the phone when I was a girl. Oh my goodness, when I was in high school, of course, you know, I'm a chatty Cathy, so I was on that phone. Whew. I spent a lot of time on that phone, and it's funny because I think I spent like my lifetime supply of phone minutes when I was a teenager, because as an adult, I'm like, I really don't like talking on the phone. Even before texting came out, which I really do. I think it's the best form of, one of the best forms of communication. I love it because I can answer it when I need to, when I'm ready. I shouldn't say when I need to. I can answer it when I'm ready. If it's an emergency, I can tell really quickly because it just comes up on my screen. I can see it, and I love texting. But even before texting, I had already decided, yeah, I think I've talked on the phone enough. Now, this is the little hay, and there's several ways that you can do this, and I'm just putting my phone cord right there, and this is just Tuxedo Black, and this is Daffodil Delight. But look at how bold it is, because this is a really heavy solid image stamp. Now that I have my hay there, I'm going to come back with the receiver, and I am going to place my receiver so that I've got my cord there. Haha, there we go. I've got my cord there, kind of feeding into my receiver. Voila. Now, I am going to fill in some of those spaces with this adorable little heart. You see, you've got a little heart. You've got this to kind of show the ringing. But my phone is already off the receiver, so I figured I wouldn't put that image on there. But they're super fun images, and I like the little, I mean, the sayings are super cute. So let's see, I cut out in Calypso Coral, I cut a heart out from the, this is from the Bee Punch, which is not retiring, I'm happy to say. Now let's see if I can get one little, is this even open? Yeah. Let's see if I can get one dot here without upsetting the whole thing. You know me and green glue. We are not overly close. There you go, right there. We are not overly close friends, and that is why. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's see what I can do. You know, green glue, sometimes I think it has like its own, personality, and it is set against me, which I know is ridiculous, but that is the way it feels. Okay, so thankfully it didn't smear my ink, and I probably should have just popped it on a dimensional and not worried about the glue. Okay, green glue put away. Now I am going to fill in some of this space with a little bit more of those hearts, and I've just got my Calypso, this is Calypso Coral, going with the same that is the base of my card. And I'm going to just put a couple more hearts on here. Ay, ay, ay. Candy, what is wrong with you? You know what, I've realized what I did. I had my hand resting on there. But that's the joy of photopolymer stamps right there. You can just go right over where you messed up and it will work. I think I'm going to just go with that. I'm going to leave it, as much as I want to go a little bit more, I'm going to just leave that. And let's see. So I have a micro layer. That's kind of the theme with the layout here. So I've got just a super tight layer there. And see, my thought was you've got all these houses and all these shops, and then there is the phone. Yeah, Corinne, I'm glad you think it's tricky too. I tell you. And as small an area as that is, I could have, poured some into like my silicone mat and then picked it up a little bit. I know there's people who really, really love the green glue, and I do for certain things. But yeah, it's not, my go-to adhesive is this dry adhesive, and my mini glue dots are one of my best friends, and lots of dimensionals. I need things that are dry, because as you can see what happens to me when I don't have the dry. Now, I did pull these out. I think I might have some of this. This is not quite, because I used Calypso Coral and not Flirty Flamingo. This twine also has Lemon Lolly, and this is in our spring catalog and is carrying over into the new catalog. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do with this. I could kind of do some things behind there, or I could make a big chunky bow and put it on the side. So let's just kind of play with this a little bit and see. I think it needs a little bit of embellishment, and I'm not sure what I want to do, because I was in two minds. Was I going to just do the showcase, or was I going to stamp with you a little bit? And I do like to take the advantage and stamp with you live. So that is what, not the right, those are not my, my ribbon. Well, I do like the color. Not sure I like the placement. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Well, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, and then we will figure this out. Now, I have totally obliterated my little host code over here. So just a couple of reminders, and that is that we have 2 brand new kits that went live on Tuesday. I actually have a couple of them that just got delivered but they got delivered right before I was coming on live. That way I could show them to my people who are going to be at the house tomorrow. For my BOGO sale and sneak peek. And then Tuesday is this coming Tuesday, which I think is the 10th. That is when, or maybe it's the 9th, that is when we're going to see the sale items. And I am a bargain hunter, so I just assume that my friends are too. Now, before I start doing this, that does look pretty cute. You know, I wonder if I could put it right on the phone. That's kind of fun. You know, it doesn't have to look realistic, although it's right there where that hay is. Okay. These are also in our spring catalog, and these are also carrying over. These rainbow adhesive back. I like these a lot. My pick tool, of course, is somewhere else. Let's see. I wonder if these, maybe this is too much of a good thing. Let's see if I can use these. I think these might work. I think I'm a little bit uncoordinated. Yeah, I'm too uncoordinated for that. Hey, Sylvia, I'm glad you're here. Welcome, Elaine. I'm glad you ladies have joined me. So this is one of those rainbow dots. Oh, I do like that, although I think I need a smaller one. It's a little bit large. So let's go with I wonder if I could get away with adding these blue ones. No, since if I'm going to use that blue twine. Let's try one of these little dots. That way it doesn't totally obliterate the heart. And, you know, I could add, you know, one of these other words, but I think the hay is pretty cute right there. It's a card just to say hello. That one is super cute. This we can do here. I kind of like that. Elaine said in the corner. I kind of like that. I could also do this corner here. That's kind of cute, but I think I'm going to put it right up here in the top. So I have a mini glue dot somewhere. Let us see. I think they're over at my design station. Hey, Adriana. Hello, Velma and Dudley. Wow. All of a sudden, everybody's here. Or not everybody, but a bunch of folks. I was feeling a little bit lonesome. So let's see. This. And, you know, I don't have my my list in front of me, but I wonder if this stamp set is going to be on sale next week. I will check that really quick. I think, I have so many lists going. Those of y'all who are demonstrators, I'm sure you are feeling it as well. So, you know, I've got my new catalog and my pre-order list here. And then I've got my regular catalog here. And you would think that my retiring list would be right there, but of course it's not. Yeah, not sure where that is. So let's see. I think we're going to do maybe just one or two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do a couple more of those little guys. Now, sometimes less is more and sometimes more is more. Yeah, I think less is more here. I think I don't need these extra dots. I think the twine is all I need. Now I've left behind my pick tool is over at my design center. So I think that's going to be it right there. Just super, super cute, super simple, sweet. And like I said, if you are not going to get the bundle, I do think that you should consider getting the paper. So that's why I was using the paper with something totally different. And just a recap that some of the fun things you can do with this paper. gift bag for a birthday. And you know, when you pick out the shop that you're using, that you're kind of highlighting here, like this is a clothing shop, I could put in here like a t-shirt or some kind of lingerie, or you know, just something, some kind of clothing would fit ever so nicely in this little bag, and that's where you can really customize. So this one here, let me pull these projects out. My thought was that doing it this way, the same things, but using the bookshop and good luck, that this would be good for a graduation gift, and you could put either a book, you could put stationery, you could put both. You could put a Starbucks gift card in here, along with, you know, a book and maybe like a little journal, just some kind of booky things. And so this paper is just so fun to use. And I did do these front and back so that they really, really look nice. And then these little shaker cards, again, the only stamping I used was the greeting. So this is how, and I did cut out these little shops. So you can do so much with just the paper. And I do think, and of course here I'm using a totally different stamp set with it, just to show you how you can utilize it. These are my my fun fold cards. Now this I did stamp and use the dies to cut it out, and this is actually a die as well. But you know, you could even just cut out one of the little shops. So it's just super fun things that you can do. I think that because they're on low inventory, you might want to consider jumping in before Tuesday, because this is not going on sale anyway. And then here were the little treat holder, and then these were the little gift card holders. So, and then it all fits in here. And again, this was from my virtual retreat last summer. Strongly considering whether or not I'm going to do it this summer. So let me know what you think, if that's something you would enjoy doing. And then we have a super quick and easy Let's Chat card featuring the fabulous Lay Shop Designer Series paper. So that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to Thursday Night Stamping with Candy. I appreciate your support ever so much, and make sure you are on my email list. I've got lots more stamping opportunities and events coming your way, and you're going to want to make sure you are in the know so that you don't miss out on any of them. Thanks so much for your consideration and for your support. Take care, and God bless.